Hello, good evening and welcome back to the Fish Locker in the Florida Keys. Right, it's our first evening in the Florida Keys. The sun is just setting off there and I'm trying to do a little tiny bit of shore fishing. This is our accommodation, the one flying the flag, and I'm just setting up to do a little bit of fishing. I've been here literally 20 seconds. I've had enough chance to be able to throw a line out and it comes straight back, and I've managed to land myself 3 brilliant live baits, which are gorgeous looking striped grunt. Now you can't see it in here, let's see if the big one will do it, but they do croak and they have got bright orange inside their mouth. You hear that? So I'm going to be fishing hopefully some live baits. I'm going to put some live baits out, see if I can't catch anything decent, anything big. Because as I've been speaking to a couple of locals have said you want to be using things like ballyhoo, whale cut like bluey, celery, but they said you'll get a bite catching sharks. I don't really want to be catching sharks, I just want to be catching snappers or anything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and fish some little scratching rigs to see if I can't pick up some mixed species, and some bigger baits to try and catch something else. Couldn't miss that, could you? Literally straight on it. That little white grunt there is the perfect size for a live bait. Right, we're just coming down. The reason why I've left it until now to come and fish is because the area around here has been really busy all day with other boats, and I didn't want to have to keep bringing my lines in every 5 seconds. I just kind of laughing to myself here. It's just how surreal this kind of world is. Yeah, I'm setting up my rod. This is just my normal beach rod that I'm using in the UK. I'll just stand it up there in that coconut tree. Yeah. On my other rigs I've just been using, this is a very simple 1 up, 1 down. Now look, there's a 1 ounce lead, a size 12 hook with a little tiny bit of squid, and I'm fishing on my Conflict inshore rods. Now the Conflict inshore rods, I got the 50 gram to come to Florida last time, and I enjoyed it that much that I bought the 30 gram, the lighter rod. So I'm fishing those two. I'm fishing one with a slammer and then one with a Spinfisher live liner. I'll talk you through all that later on, but yeah, I'm going to fish a couple more little tiny baits, see if I can't get a couple more little tiny ones, just because if I get real good fishing later on I don't have to be worrying about catching more bait. So I'm going to try and get myself like half a dozen little live baits, and then we might stick a squid bait out, a prawn bait out and a live bait out. Small baits now, big baits in a bit. I'm just excited. The temperature is absolutely glorious as well. It's been up to the hundreds during the day. There is something that keeps popping up down here. Like there was a manatee earlier on in this little canal next to us, and I'm sure that I've seen a turtle popping its head up every now and again. Boy, it's just stunning. Also, you never know what you're going to catch. James and Hannah have come to join us, just dropping off some bait. Yeah, the baits, all I've done is when we went to the supermarket earlier on, I picked up some frozen calamari and some frozen prawns. I split the bags down because they were like £1 bags. Just take a couple out at a time. Yeah, because frozen bait doesn't stay frozen around here for very long. Alright?
Yeah.
That's all the rig is.
Sorry, there was 2.
She did have a double hookup. I was too busy messing about getting the lights on to be able to show you. Yeah. There you go.
Is that still bait? Right.
Yep. There you go. bright red mouth. You see him?
Yeah.
See inside that mouth, look.
Yeah? It's like funny.
Oh, there's a fish as well on this rod.
It's real.
The bites coming everywhere.
Keep reeling, keep reeling, keep reeling. Oh, done.
Well done, James. Right, well, there is a better sized one. Again, taken on the tiniest little hook. That little tiny hook. That tiny hook there. Locked right in on the scissors. There you go. Now, I'm not going to be keeping this fish, and it's too big to use as a light bait, so I'm just going to let it go. Now, I don't know if you've been able to see, but in the distance behind where the rods are, there has been quite a bit of lightning, like a long way in the distance. Now the wind is in our face, so the lightning storm is coming towards us, so I think I'm going to have to knock this on the head in about an hour. When I say all else just broke loose. We're back. Sit that down there. I was being optimistic. Yeah. I knew I was being a little bit optimistic. Trying to fish a couple of 3 rods. But what's just happened there is 2 rods have just gone at exactly the same time. My little tiny scratching rod has absolutely nailed it. We have got a nice sized mangrove snapper. Now that is a lovely looking fish. And then at exactly the same time, the bigger rod's just gone, and I've had one on that one as well. Now, this one, I think, I'm going to see if I've got my tape with me. I think this would be about legal size to take. I aren't planning on taking any for the table, but it would be interesting to know if that's a legal size one. I'll measure it, and then when I get back and I've got some Wi-Fi, I'll have a look what the minimum landing size is. But yes, that's a mangrove snapper. You have to be really careful with these because they have got, like a wrasse, these have got all spikes, but they've got some hellish little fangs inside of here. So I've got all sorts to do. I've got to change batteries because the lights are dying. I've got I've got rebait, and I'm going to go down to 2 rods. All at the same time that some bigs just swum past like a manatee, and that lightning storm's getting closer. So yeah, it's all kicking off. 10 inches. 10 and a half. Whatever that bite was, it's transferred me for a monstrous great snag. But on the plus side of that, I've gained a big ball lead. Yeah, that was a really aggressive bite as well. Just got a real good bite. Oh, and he slipped himself off. Now these guys really are like aggressive. I've got some cracking little gnashes in there. Yeah, another mangrove snapper. That one absolutely thrashed my little live bait, look. Just bitten the back just bitten the back end off my live bait. Send that back out now with a dead bait. Oh, holy smokes. Oh, I missed it. That was a slack line bite. Backed the drag right off. Just because I thought I can't be fishing 3 rods with tight drags. But yeah, first of all it slack lined me, and then it ran off and picked the line up. Yeah, it really is. It's just non-stop. I've gone down to fishing like long cut baits. All it is cut baits like that. The squid was just getting absolutely destroyed by the smaller fish. And after I got that tarpon on a little piece of cut bait, because I just thought I had no more squid out cut, so one of the little live baits had died, so I just cut it in half and stuck out half of that. When I picked up that tarpon on that bit of cut bait, I thought, nah, that's it, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not quite sure what this is, but I'm expecting it's going to be a shark. Yeah, no, I think that was a shark. It was just screaming. I mean, I missed the initial take. I tried to show it and I looked up and the camera wasn't even switched on. But yeah, I was fishing with fluoro. I think what I might do is I might stick a wire trace on. Yeah. Just bit my hook length clean off. Left the bottom one, taking the top one. I think I'm going to stick a wire trace out because that was quite exciting. Catch a dogfish anywhere, me. Oh, there it goes. A little tiny nurse shark. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have another crack at this tomorrow night, just better prepared, because the thing that's killing me is my light batteries. Yeah, the batteries on my torches are just going. Well, oh no. Right. Unfortunately, like I say, it always kicks off all at once. There is a little black tip reef shark. Where that fish kited in there, he's picked up the other line, so I'm going to have to sort myself out now. Yeah. Considering how this fish, we'll have to be quick. Considering how this fish bit and then ran, the fish that I lost earlier was one of these, a black tip reef shark. Now again, I don't know the minimum landing size for these, but but I'm not keeping it anyway. I am getting another bite on that rod. So I'll just drop this guy back real quick. I was just getting loads of like really sharp, like wrapping bites, and I just couldn't hook it. So what I did was I've gone down to smaller hooks. Straight away I picked one up. I'll tell you what, the bites I was getting off these guys was massive. I was sure it was going to be like a 4-pound fish, and it's like a 6 ounce, a 6 ounce mangrove snapper. But yeah. I think tonight is a night of learning lessons. And there we go again. Straight away after that setup that I've just scaled down. So it was just that my hooks were too big. Fish this size, I tell you what, you wouldn't believe the bites you're getting on. The rods have nearly been pulled from my hand. I've got quite a tight drag on there. And I was holding the rod in my hand and it hit that hard that it pulled drag off. And yet the fish is half a pound. A little tiny green moray. Now the last time I was here in the Keys I caught one of these and it was about £10. It was massive. It was like 4.5 foot long, like that thick. That one is quite pretty, isn't it? Pretty in a really gross little looking way. One thing you have to be really careful of these is the jaws. Now even though it's little, this thing really would make a bit of damage here. God, it is just as slippery as an eel. That's another first. I don't even know what type of species that is. I'm assuming it looks some type of bullhead. Something that lives tight on the seabed. I'm reluctant to put my hands on it in case it's got a spike or a barb I don't know about. But yeah, that one there looks like definitely lives on the bottom, doesn't it? There you go. Got a massive wide head on it. Oh, it's dropped it. All that time. Been waiting for ages for a run on that. Yeah, dropped it. I imagine that was a little fish. Oh well, rebait, get shot back out. Well, tonight was definitely a night for learning lessons. I asked around before I come. First time I come through to Florida, I just fished completely blind and I figured it out as it is. I asked around and against my better judgment, everyone was saying just go straight fluoro, 40-pound fluoro, like a 4-row circle hook, that's all you need. Anyway, I've been bit off twice. I've had 2 screaming runs from fish, I'm assuming with sharks, and I got bit off. I did manage to land 1 black-tip reef shark and 1 little nurse shark. 30 little mangrove snappers, a load of little grunts, white grunts and spotted grunts, a moray eel, a couple of other, yeah. But I ended up modifying, I ended up swapping over to wire and I ended up using smaller circles. I've learnt lessons for tomorrow night, put it that way. I don't know how well all the footage has turned out. If there's been enough footage recorded tonight, this will be one video. So, I hope you enjoyed joining me. All the very best. We'll see you later. If not, I'll see you tomorrow night instead.